Imagine launching a YouTube channel with zero budget, no drawing skills, and no animation software, and still pulling in an audience. This chart shows the subscriber growth of a real channel that did exactly that. In just 5 months, it went from 0 to 100,000 subscribers and hit full monetization, relying entirely on simple stick figure animations. You don't need a massive studio to replicate this. You just need a specific sequence of 5 free AI tools. We're going to build a completely free software stack. By linking these specific tools together, you completely bypass the manual labor of drawing frames and the high costs of professional software. You become a director rather than an illustrator. Step 1 is establishing our character. Open ChatGPT and upload a basic static reference image of a stick figure. This locks in your art style. Next, we command ChatGPT to analyze the reference image and output a script divided into 3 branches. The image prompts branch generates text descriptions guaranteeing our stick figure looks identical across scenes. Simultaneously, the AI creates motion prompts dictating movement and writes the voiceover script, tying every action to dialogue. Building this highly structured text blueprint first is crucial. If you try to generate scenes randomly without it, your video will be a disjointed mess. This document keeps the entire pipeline organized from start to finish. Now that we have our blueprint, we move to step 2, visual generation. For this, we switch over to Google Gemini. Take the specific image prompts ChatGPT just wrote for you and paste them directly into Gemini. Because ChatGPT analyzed your original reference image, these prompts are optimized to keep the character's geometry intact. Gemini will output a series of completely static images. You'll end up with a batch of frames where your stick figure maintains the exact design, but is positioned in different poses matching your narrative. Download these images and number them sequentially in a dedicated folder on your computer so they align perfectly with your ChatGPT script. Locking down this character consistency while the images are still static is a non-negotiable step. If the character's proportions shift here, the errors will become glaringly obvious once we add movement. Step 3 is bringing those static images to life. We use a Chrome extension called Grok Automation to act as our motion rendering engine. Install the extension from the Chrome Web Store, open the interface, and select its specific image-to-video processing module. When you paste your motion prompts from ChatGPT into Grok, you must format the text perfectly. It requires a rigid syntax structure: bracket, scene, bracket, immediately followed by bracket, description, bracket. There can be absolutely no spaces between these brackets. If you add even a single accidental space, the automation will fail to read the prompt and the process will crash. Once formatted correctly, Grok processes your static images and applies physics. You will watch your stationary stick figures transform into fluid, looping video clips. By letting the AI handle the actual physics of movement, you completely eliminate the need for manual frame-by-frame keyframing. It turns a process that used to take days into something that takes minutes. Now we need sound. Step 4 takes us into Google AI Studio to generate our audio. Grab that final voiceover script branch we generated back in step 1. Paste the text into the studio and select an AI voice model that fits the tone of your video. Generate the audio and export the entire track as a single unified file to keep your timeline clean. For the 5th and final step, open your video editor. We'll be using CapCut for this. Drag all 10 animated Grok clips onto the visual track in sequential order, placing your single audio file directly below them. Now, adjust the pacing by dragging the edges of your video clips to align specific actions with the audio waveform's peaks and valleys. This synchronization is what makes the video work. Snapping the visual motion directly to the cadence of the voiceover is what takes a collection of separate AI files and turns them into a cohesive narrative. And here is exactly what that complete 5-step AI workflow produces when you finally put it all together. The character design stays perfectly consistent, the AI-generated motion is incredibly fluid, and actions lock to the dialogue. Hit Export. You now have a completed asset ready to be uploaded directly to YouTube Shorts or TikTok to start growing your own channel. Because this entire pipeline relies on automated free tools, you can run this assembly line as many times as you want to scale your output. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe for more deep dives into modern content workflows.